My name is Tracy Isaac.
So when did you join Child Africa?
I joined Child Africa when I was 6 years old. Yeah.
Did you know about Child Africa?
I knew about Child Africa when my dad was a reverend in a certain village. So when they came there to register some children that needed people, they came to our family. We are the people who hosted the Madame Jury and her group. We prepared for them some tea, and they asked about us, our problems. They found out we were born 12 in our family, 10 girls and 2 boys. We are 2 boys. So we told them about our problems. They were writing some, some updating, I can say. And then they started sponsoring me. Yes.
Since 86, up to when?
Up to now, I'm still in the university. I'm going to my second year. In this month, 30th June, I'm joining my second year in the university. Yes.
Apart from sponsoring you, what else have you, what other skills, values have you learned from Child Africa?
One, the things I've learned in Child Africa, one is integrity and being honest. For sure, I've been a good boy since my life because I've learned how, if they give me money, I know how to use that money, and if there is a balance, I take it back to madam or anyone who has sent me in, and even at home. Generally, it has taught me, this project, to be a good man with high level of integrity. I'm doing very well. And I think, not only thinking, it is Child Africa that has made me what I am at the university. Because so far, I'm a honorable member of the parliament in the university. I represent the education faculty in the parliament. So I passed through the elections, and it is Child Africa that funded me the money for campaigns. So it has really nurtured me. I've started, testing the fruits of leadership. Already now, I get my salary at the university monthly for being a honorable minister.
Child Africa International, which started its operation in Uganda, and actually in Africa, in Uganda, in 1991 in Kabale, is dealing with the education of orphans, and within this population of orphans, 20% of the children have to be deaf children. And since 1991, the center in Kabale has put up a primary school which has now over 200 children who are all orphans. As I said, 20% of them are deaf children. And this is to encourage the schooling of the disadvantaged children who are orphans, and at the same time integrating the children who are disabled as deaf together with the children who are not disabled. And in the training that they get, both the deaf children and the ones who are not disabled are trained in sign language so that they can interact and communicate with each other. And this is one of the first of its kind in Africa. And would like to commend the founder and the president of Child Africa International, Mrs. Julie Solberg, who thought it wise to bring this to Uganda and to Kabale in particular. Now, as far as this project in Kabale is concerned, I am happy that on the 11th of June this year, the sponsors from Norway and from Sweden, 19 of them, were able to come and see what they have, the children whom they have been sponsoring for now over 10 years, how they are doing in Uganda. And I am happy that the love that was shown to them by the people of Kabale, the hospitality was immense. And also the sponsors of these children were very happy, finding first of all that the standard of the school in terms of infrastructure were very, very adequate, and all the equipment, the scholastic materials, the uniforms that the children have, and the children were generally very well looked after. They were very healthy, and the standard of education was very, very high. This was shown first of all by the level of activities, extracurricular activities that they were able to undertake and show these visitors, and also the unique syllabus that they are presenting in the school. The first one is that Swahili as a subject is taught from nursery up to when they complete their primary education at the school. And then secondly, the subject of integrity and ethics, which is being taught to these children from the very, very primary and at the nursery level, which is a very, very good thing for Uganda. And then, of course, what I had already said earlier, the fact that the children who are not deaf are able to communicate using sign language so that they are fully integrated. And then also what I saw was that the parents of these children who are still alive, the single parents, were very, very enthusiastic and are very supportive to the endeavors of the sponsors from Sweden and from Norway. And above all, the fact that they have fully shown such love means that this school, which is started by Mrs. Jolie Solberg, has a great future in Uganda. Experience of government as far as that school is concerned is one that government is supporting partnership of the private sector and government in the development of education. And in the forward going in education, government is giving tax relief to ensure that more people come on board on private education. And this support that is coming from Child Africa International is most welcome. And the curriculum that is being given to these children is what is given by government and what is being given as Swahili. This Swahili is now a national language, one of the official languages in Uganda and in the African Union. And the teaching of integrity and ethics is part of what government is emphasizing, so that we have children who have got all the morals and the integrity that this country needs. And we support the development partners to come to invest in Uganda either directly or in terms of giving support as they're giving to the children under Child Africa International. They have a center in Kasese where they are sponsoring children in different schools, but they've not yet opened a school in Kasese Center. They also have a center in Kampala, which is their headquarters, and they're also sponsoring a number of children in schools in and around Kampala. But they have a second school at the equator on Masaka Road, where they have now a school, and this school definitely is going to help the children in and around that area. And we encourage Child Africa International to move to other areas in Uganda, where, particularly in northern Uganda, where we have had a lot of orphans due to the LRA war, which has devastated the place and has left a number of orphans. And some of the children, because of the heavy fighting, we have a number of children who are deaf, and they definitely moving into those areas would be very beneficial to both the expansion of Child Africa International and also for the people of Uganda. And since they're already in the west, if they move to the north, we would expect them to move also to the east, since they're already here in central, so that all the 4 regions, the regional regions of Uganda, are covered by Child Africa. And we would like to thank the management and staff of Child Africa International for good accountability of the funds and the support that they're getting from the donors and the development partners. Now, are also members of the Better Globe group of Norway, and we encourage Better Globe to also come and invest in Uganda, like they have invested massively in the growing of trees as a factor for economic emancipation and poverty eradication, and of course better environment for Africa. So we in Uganda, particularly in northern Uganda, we still have sufficient land where Better Globe Group can put up their various types of trees, forests, which can be beneficial to support the economy of Uganda. And of course, the percentage that they give to Child Africa will enable expansion of Child Africa to greater parts of Uganda.
Shining forevermore. Keep shining, keep shining, keep shining, keep shining forevermore.
Child Africa International is an organization that helps poor children and orphans. We help orphans through education because we believe that education is the key to success and to a better future.
How did you come up with the idea of founding such an
Helping children has been my desire since I was a little girl. And I think also it is because my parents used to help children, poor children in other countries, and I grew up with this, and it has been my desire. So it has always been my wish to help children. No, we have centers. We have Child Africa International. We have centers in Kabale. We have a center in at Equator, Masaka Road. We have a center in Kasese, and we are going to Pakwach in end of July, August.
How do you get your children? How do you get those children? What's your criteria?
Well, the criteria is that we usually go in schools to find out, because a lot of schools here they know about the orphans who are in school. They know the poor children who have problems to pay school fees. We have worked also with churches to find out, and we have worked with the districts in Hall to find out about the orphans and the poor children. And it's actually not even very difficult. Like here in Kabale, when you're here, you go up in the mountains, you can see, because you see very poor children, walking around, and so but we have been working very much hand in hand with the district people on high level in the district. University, yes. Our first university child actually was in 2002, and we had very big coverage with the newspapers about this girl. We had sponsored her for many years. When we started our organization, actually I found out that in fact helping a girl child, you're helping the whole family. You see the difference with helping a boy, which I found out here actually, is that the girl, once you educated the girl, you help the whole family, because once the girl was educated and she started working, she'd never forget her family. She'd help her siblings, she'd help the parents, and that's why I found it was more correct to help the girl child. When I started, it was only, I registered only girls for this project. But later on, I found out there were many little boys too who needed help, and that many parents came and asked me why I was doing this kind of sort of a discrimination. So I took anyone who needed help, I started registering them all. That is not correct. I don't know where you got that from. I didn't even hear it.
How about the one here?
You see, this school that has started, this school that we have here in Kabale, is the first true Child Africa school where we have our own teachers and we have our own programs. Before, when I sponsor, all the children that were in Child Africa were sponsored, but they were sponsored to go into, they were educated in different schools. So their education was done in different schools. But the Child Africa school has started last year in third term. So we are actually not very old. We are only three terms old, in fact. And we started with P6. Why? Because it's very difficult to start with P7. Then they have to go. We found it correct to leave the children we sponsor who are in P7, to leave them in the schools where they are, so that we don't interrupt the course of their studies, because they would be doing their primary living. So we started with P6 this year, and next year we are putting up P7. So it is very strategic, because the children we have groomed now who are in P6 are the ones who are going forward into P7.
And then how, after that, what happens?
After that, we have acquired now land, 11 acres of land. Our plans are to put up nursery, primary, secondary, and vocational school. In our vision and our plans, actually we want to do a secondary school and vocational school. Now, vocational, why vocational? Because we find out that the talents of others are different, you know. People, some are very academic and others are not. Others have skills they can do better with learning skills. So those, right now we have also children who are in vocational schools. They do tailoring, mechanic, and these kinds of things. And so we found out it was very important to have a vocational school too.
So how about how many in the Kabbalah school are deaf?
We always have 20% of deaf, incorporate 20% of the deaf in the schools. So whatever number we are, 20% of that has to be the deaf.
Okay, and what don't you find it very difficult to put? Do they go in the same class?
Actually not. They have different classes, but what we do here is that we incorporate. Why do we do this? Is that we want to teach the non-deaf to understand that having a handicap does not mean that you're stupid, and that people have to tolerate each other, whatever dysfunctions one has. So what we do is we have incorporated. They have their own deaf classes separately, but then we have other classes where they join each other, and all the teachers and all the students in the school, they are taught sign language so that they can communicate with the deaf. They can communicate with each other, and by doing that, you find that the children who have this impairment, deaf impairment, they learn how to tolerate also, and they learn how to calm down, because the reason why they get very, very angry is because they are frustrated. Nobody understands them. So once you find that you can communicate with them, everything is fine. The children I have in the school, the time when they came into the school, they were very, very emotional, down. They had no expressions on their faces. They rarely smiled, and you would see that there was really something wrong. They were not happy at all. But now they sing, they dance. The moment they see you, they run and they hug you, and they're very outgoing. And we see a very, very big difference in the few months that they have been together with us at the school. Well, the challenges, of course, are that we have to be much more patient and much more tolerant. We have to learn ourselves. They are also educating us, because there are a lot of things that we didn't know ourselves. So we are sort of going step by step to find out how to be with them, how to treat them. So it is learning. Both sides are actually learning each other. And to what we want to achieve, we want to achieve that these children can also go and work in offices like any other. Then you can imagine the schools we are going to have. We are going to have many schools all over Uganda. If we are going to have schools, the one we are going to build in Kabale now, we are hoping to have for 2,000 pupils. And if all those 2,000 pupils learn sign language, and every other school that we open, we teach all the children sign language and the teachers sign language. Don't you think that when they grow up and they start working and they work together, they'll be in the offices together? People will be talking sign language. They will be understanding each other. And that would be fantastic.
How about the other bit of the curriculum, the honesty and integrity? Why did you choose to add it to the
we chose to do that because we find out that corruption is a cancer to a country. There is no country that can go forward with corruption. There is no country that will achieve anything if there is corruption. Corruption is a cancer that grows and grows. It doesn't go backwards, it goes forward unless you do something. We have our mission now. We have chosen to work with the young ones. We are starting in nursery to teach them the full sense of being honest and integrity, and having integrity. Because without integrity, without honesty, you can't achieve much in the world. And that is the main thing that the country needs. So we are grooming these children to become the future leaders of this country and to eliminate corruption. We found that we have to do it with another generation, with a younger generation from the time when they're in the nursery. So we have, in fact, a subject called Honesty and Integrity in our school, and it is on our report forms too.
It's very interesting. Okay.
Well, in Uganda, we have now, okay, I'm not talking about the ones who have already left us, but the ones we have right now, about 600.
Okay, now.
I don't think that is so important to tell you the truth. But I think some history has to be learned because it gives us, a perspective of the country that is around us. So I think some of it, but I wish they could put something more important that can give the children that is a tool for your life, a tool that can make you a better person, a tool that can lead you and show you the path. And I think honesty and integrity, positive thinking, attitude, you understand? Because your attitude can either make you or break you. And these are the things that children need. It doesn't matter how much education you give a child. If you don't teach them these things, they will fail. They might fail, and you ask yourself, why is this child failing? And yet I've given them education. They've even gone to the university. How come that you can have two people who have done the same studies, one succeeds and the other doesn't? It is because of your attitude. It's because of your positive mind and the positive way of thinking. We believe very much in that. And we believe all children should be taught how to think positive, your attitude. And I think that is the key.
We are happy to be here to share with you the excitement of the day. And in particular, the director of Child International, who had this wonderful vision of bringing a school here in Kawale municipality. Mr. Minister, as you may know that in African society, when the society is very poor, they will never develop. Therefore, we are extremely happy for the wonderful asset of education that the President of Child International Africa is providing to us. And I wish to report, sir, Mr. Minister, that this Child Africa is a special school here in Kawale municipality. The speciality comes in the fact that it is a school that started in September of last year, 2007. And when the council almost stopped it, because we didn't know where they were going to get pupils in September, in the middle of the year, we discovered that they had over 108 pupils which they were looking for outside the district. And therefore, the council immediately accepted the school to operate in this area we are in. And on that, we thank the Uganda government for liberalizing anybody who wants to start a school can start.
They have a beautiful man. That it is full of love. It is full of love. They are saying that when you are taking it, at least sit on this. Yeah. They have appreciated. Vasima. Unikarunji Munonga. They are receiving their gift. Meanwhile, let us hear the jury director. Mukaranje parents also have. I'm saying it's a bad. Oh. This gift. Receive it. Madame Julie has received the gift. The hand goes to the manager. Better grow. Thank you. Things are already better.
Can somebody help you? There is a child.
South Africa International, we wanna say you're most welcome. The parents are so grateful for the man. Julie, God bless you. And your school, South Africa International, has started. The parents are so grateful for your support. God bless you. We wanna sing you, South Africa International. We wanna say you're most welcome. The parents are so grateful for support. Julie, God bless you. We wanna sing you, South Africa International. We wanna say you're most welcome. The parents are so grateful for support. Julie, God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. Yes, so sad and happy Rest up in trust and all their well wishes. God bless you.
Oh, may God bless you.
May God bless all, yes, concerns, yes, happy Rest up in trust and all their well wishes. God bless you.
Oh, we want to sing.
Child Africa was asked by the community of Kiambere to help refurbishing the school complex of Kiambere, which is a school close to the place where Better Globe have their forestry operations in Kenya. As you can see from the photos, the whole roof was down and it was really bad. It was leaking all over. The dormitories of the girls was leaking. The classrooms was leaking. And the dining hall and the kitchen was leaking. So Better Globe, together with Child Africa, was helping to refurbish everything. When we handed over the school complex on August the 1st, 2008, the Vice President of Kenya, Kalonzo Musyoka, came in by helicopter and opened the school for us. As you can see from the photos, Rino Solberg, Julie Solberg, and the Vice President walking, and the Vice President was planting a tree for the occasion, and then he gave speeches for the occasion. The handover was successful, and it was very much appreciated by the school and community.
Hapo juu kuna watu wa kushangilia washangilia. Sasa mgeni wetu mkuu anapanda mti wa ukumbusho kwamba ni yeye alisaidia handa za ceremony hii. Anaendelea. Karibu sana. Ningetaka wasikiza haya niongeze wimbo hapo. Kupiga makofi amepanda mtu tayari. Kupiga makofi kabisa. Kwa hapo.
I'm a tree planter by profession now.
Rino. And Madam, let's all hold hands. For the camera.
Niko hapa. Tayari hiyo kazi naona pale inaendelea. I'm doing the plate there. Very good.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Here.
So we can just...
Don't worry, it's okay.
Our chief guests are His Excellency the Vice President for the State Kalonzo Musyoka. Us, the students are very happy to be here. Also, I want to welcome the donors, South Africa, as well as
wish now to invite our donor from Child Africa, Madam Judy Solberg. Please welcome.
And to see what has taken place. From the first time I was here, I was invited by the late Alex Moridi to come and see how the school looked like. And I must say, I was very, very touched to see the situation the school was in, and still to see the performance that the children did. Because when you have good environment, you perform better. And I was very touched, and so I did promise that we would, Child Africa would do something about this school. It has taken some time. It has taken a long time, but we have accomplished. So for me to stand here and to see that the Vice President is here, that is a great day for us in Child Africa. The Vice President stands for the person, for the people, because I truly do appreciate and think that it is very impressive to see that you are here today to be together with us and to show that the support is there. So we thank you so much from Child Africa. Now, Child Africa for me is my baby. I have wanted to help children since I was little. I wanted always to help disadvantaged children and put them through education, because I feel education is the key to success. Now, as years went by, I met a man, that's my husband, and he supported my dream, he supported my vision, and so we started Child Africa, which is what I work with today. We are very much into Uganda. We have built schools there, and we are planning to do the same in Kenya. In Uganda, we have great support, and we believe and hope that we will get the same, and that our paths will be open for us, so that we can do the same and help the children, the African children, and the children who are underprivileged. Education, as you know, is success. Education without integrity is nothing either. So we teach, and in the schools we have in Uganda also, we teach honesty and integrity as a subject, because we believe that having honesty and having integrity will push you up the skies, and it will do something very good for your country. So Child Africa promotes highly education. And I want to tell the parents who are seated here today that you should support your children. I know a lot of you have probably not gone to school, and when you get children who come with their homework and you don't know what to do, show interest in the books, show interest in what the children are doing. Because when you show interest, the children will excel. So it is vital that parents take part into helping the children succeed. Do you understand me? Do you feel that it is vital that the parents stand with the children and with the school management so that the children can excel? So I hope you promise me to do that. And for the children who are around, some of you remember me when I was here the last time. So we have done the promise, we've come back, and I hope you enjoy your classrooms and you enjoy the dormitories, because the girls' dormitories was terrible, and we are very, very proud that we have managed to come back and to finish what we had promised. So thank you very much. And I hope that the Kenyan people will welcome Child Africa when we come in Kenya in full force. That is our motto, we make a difference. A certificate of compliance awarded to Canberra School Complex for having successfully complied to the criteria to be incorporated in the Child Africa School Program in Kenya. So this is for the headmaster. Thank you very much, and God bless.
We don't believe in handouts in general because it doesn't reach anybody. It just stops there where the handout lands. So we believe in sufficient help to get people to do the work themselves and to be able to stand on their own feet. So Better Globe, in order to eradicate poverty in Africa, have looked into what the problem in Africa really is. First and foremost, we think that in order to eradicate poverty in Africa, you have to help the 80% who are poor farmers of Africa. They are the biggest bunch of people in Africa, 80%. So we are, in fact, looking into trying to help the poor farmers over Africa. And in order to do that, we know for sure that in order to have something to plant in, that means earth is possible to plant all your trees, all your fruits and vegetables, and have substantial income, we need to do something for the climate. So we started in Better Globe Group with an idea to plant massive trees. And our goal within the next 20 years is to plant 5 billion trees in Africa. Provided we get land enough, because that needs substantial amount of land. But we think that if we can get that land, and we believe we can get that land in East Africa alone, we will see to that we can plant those trees. And we believe that in order for us to plant those trees, we need thousands and thousands of people to help us. And we will, of course, pay them well and see to that they will increase their income in the years to come. We also believe that there is a problem in Africa because of lack of finances. Well, we don't have all the money to support Africa, that is for sure. But we believe we can find it. And we believe that we can help you in the best way that we can when you're thinking about the poor farmer. So we will set up from next year microfinance scheme for the farmers around our tree plantation. So we can sustain the whole community which we are planting trees around.
And I'll tell you why I'm happy. I am happy because, one, this school looks beautiful. It is looking beautiful, very far from the way it was looking last year when I came around, because of Mr. and Mrs. Rino. Tuwapigie makofi. Tuwapigie ingine. That's for you. Asante sana. I'm happy because both of them have stood here and said they are not going to go away. So, I want to assure them we are giving them a house in Chicago.
Very, very African. That would be Rwanda. From Johannesburg. That is an African necklace. Something else, very African. We will be delivering a very school complex for us. Makofi tena tafadhali, kubalishwa necklace hapa. Good. Now looks like like an African grading,